Hi, everybody. I'm Terry Luongo, and welcome to the Monday Night Home Base Call. I'm so glad that you could join us this evening. And if you're on with us tonight, that tells me that you are excited and interested in learning about taking care of your customers for long-term residual income, but also because it is the foundation to a stable and lasting business. So tonight is the next installment in our home-based training, brought to you by what I call the Fab Five. And so when it comes to taking care of customers, Nicole Fletcher was appointed to the task. Nicole Fletcher, National Marketing Director from Abilene, Texas, who I think right now is literally hanging on to her desk because a tornado might be going right overhead. So I'm glad you're with us, Nicole. Thank you for taking on this topic because it is so needed. So I can't wait to hear what you have to share. Take it over, Nicole Fletcher.
All right. Thank you, Terry. And hopefully you can hear me. I'm afraid that we're going to have internet cutting in and out. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'm super excited to come tonight and get to talk to you guys about customer experience. Notice I didn't say customer care because we want you to just understand something about the difference between the two. Customer care is something that can be done by a robot. It can be an automated system. And so if you're thinking about what our company does for our customers nowadays, that's customer care, right? They send an email to make sure they know their product's shipping. They send emails to give them information about our products. That's taking care of our customers. But that has no emotional connection at all. And what we want you guys to get them involved in is an experience, something that they want to be a part of, that they don't want to leave. Because the bottom line is, guys, if people are unaware of the experience that Juice Plus is providing them, they're going to get their attention captured by something else and they're going to go somewhere else. And we don't want that to happen. This is where you get to work smarter and not harder, where you get to reap the benefit of residual income and get paid on customers that you have had for years and years and years. And so I know for me, that makes perfect sense. Why would I not want to take care of what I've got and continue to provide something that's incredible for them so that they stay long term? So we're going to talk through a few steps that we think are vital in doing this. The first thing I want to do before I get into that is kind of share a story about my personal journey and how this was not always a strength of mine. In fact, when I got to NMD, I was super excited, ignorance on fire, and just kind of plain ignorant, if I'm being honest. So I brought on all these customers, and so did my team, and I didn't help them go through the process of learning what it meant to really value customers. And so coincidentally, I ended up stuck at NMD for 3 years. And then a fourth year was growth again, okay? So I was stuck for 3 years and I got a new teammate on board and we were excited and ready to go and they were adding customers left and right. Our team added over 80 customers in 1 month. And so I went to look at my pay line, excited, because for 3 years, y'all, I had been stuck at the same exact number within 100 points here or there. Literally did not grow over 20,000. And so I looked at my pay line at the end of this month and it was exactly the same. It had gone up 20 points. I was shocked. How can you add 80 customers and only see a 20-point growth? So I got on the phone with Michael Hecht, who was our regional director at the time. And I was like, Michael, I'm so frustrated. I do not understand what's going on. Our team has momentum. We're adding lots of customers. And I didn't have any growth. And he just very candidly said, Nicole, that means 80 customers are going out. And I was like, what? How do 80 customers go out in a month's time? I mean, that floored me. And I never thought that that was even possible. But guys, what I want you to know is that if they are not involved in this experience, why would they stay? There are so many other products on the market vying for their attention. We have to set ourselves apart. And I was doing a disservice to this because I was not representing it well by taking care of the people that were coming in. I was just assuming that they were ready for more product. I had no idea that I should check in with them periodically to make sure that they were actually taking it. Why would you get a box and not take it? But people do that. So you have to stay on top of it and make sure that you are being diligent and getting them in the habit of taking their Juice Plus consistently. But now that we've said that story, let's start with the first step of the customer experience, and it actually starts before the point of sale. Our first step is attract. We want to attract customers into what we're doing. And so this is before the point of sale. This goes with promotion and marketing. Who are you trying to get to join you? What is your avatar? We talked about that last week or 2 weeks ago. And with that attraction marketing, when you're putting things out there in social media, when you're having conversations with people, how are you positioning yourself to meet a solution or be a solution for that person? We want them to see what we're doing and to see that we're having so much fun doing it, that we're feeling so good doing it, that we get them interested in what we're doing. And the beautiful thing about attracting them into this customer experience is that you don't have to always hunt them down. It's so neat to have people reach out to you and ask you about Juice Plus. They come to you and they want more information because they've seen what you're up to. So make sure you're putting yourself out there in a way that's positive, that's encouraging, and in a way that educates them on the importance of health and what we have and how we can help them. And so that's the first piece. Now, in the attraction piece of the customer experience as well, you want to think about, they come into this and they start Juice Plus. Then what? How do you attract them into it a little bit deeper? And with this, I would love to just encourage you guys to think about your customer care Facebook pages. I would like to call it a customer experience Facebook page now. Are you educating them with things that add value to their journey? Because you want them to get attracted into that they want to check it every day, that they're being reminded of the message of Juice Plus, of health, of this one simple change that can totally transform their life. You really want to invest in that so that they are getting attracted again into the experience a little deeper. And then we also want to take them through the customer profile. When they come into this, if you go to missiondriven.info, and the password now is all lowercase, it's mission, and you go to the care section, if you look, there is a customer profile that you can do with them when they come into this journey. This is a really important part to attract them into this, because this is going to help you educate them and keep them in as they move forward. So this particular survey talks about, why did you say yes to Juice Plus? What are your expectations? And so when you're educating them, if they said yes to Juice Plus because of asthma and allergies, would it be a really good idea to send them an article sometime that maybe has the power of fruits and vegetables and how it can help with that? It doesn't even have to be Juice Plus related all the time, but that's such a great way to invest in them to help attract them into this and see value in what they're doing. So the second layer of this customer experience is the engagement process. We want to attract them and we want to engage them, okay? How do you engage your customers? You get them involved. On your customer experience Facebook page, you ask them to be a part of that health story, right? You don't want it to just be you and distributors posting left and right. You want them to be posting, because guess what? If they post something about their experience, if they post a great thing that they're doing, or that they went for a walk that day, or they ate the first salad they had in weeks, or whatever, people are going to start commenting. They're going to encourage them. And this person is going to feel seen, and they are going to start to feel valued in that community. People are searching for that. They want that recognition because it makes them feel good. And we live in a society that often dismisses and overlooks people. So let's get them into this community so that they see the value in that. Okay, so that's the first thing that we're going to do to engage them. The next thing is thinking about, when you post on Facebook, are you quick to respond? If somebody comments or likes, if somebody follows you on Instagram, are you quick to respond to those things? Because that's engaging them in your health journey, which can lead to a customer experience if they decide to say yes to Juice Plus, or if they're already taking Juice Plus. And so just being really savvy in how you're using it so that you're utilizing it the best way to grow your business. We also want to think about the survey in this regard too. So we're attracting them with a customer profile. That's how we're going to start to really make it personal. Customer experience, the Juice Plus experience survey. It's the same place, missiondriven.info, care, little drop down button, and then you're going to scroll down further. And when you get to that 90 to 120 days, there is a link for the Juice Plus experience survey. Y'all, this is questions that you can ask them and get them to start telling you what they're feeling, and they aren't even going to know that that's what it's been doing. It's like a big aha moment. Their mind is blown because all of a sudden they realize certain things have happened that they never attributed to Juice Plus. So let's get them to give Juice Plus the credit. Why would we not do this survey and let them think that maybe just a fluke happened and they started feeling better? They have no idea the power of what they're putting in their body, but we're going to help them understand it by doing this survey. Now, I want to encourage you guys, when you do this survey, let's don't just text it to them. Let's ask them if we can have 10 minutes of their time. I know it's scary to pick up the phone. In fact, today I got a customer order. She was ordering and I pick up the phone to call her to get her payment information, y'all. And I started like heart beating fast, sweating. Why? She was ordering. It had already been done. It's scary. It's scary for all of us. We've been in this business for a long time, but for some reason that phone makes us nervous. But here's the deal. If they can connect with you and they hear the excitement and the energy and just the authenticity of who you are as you have a conversation with them, they're going to be a lot less likely to leave because they're going to remember how you made them feel when you talked them through that survey. They're going to remember how you made them feel when you were asking how their family was. And they're not going to get the same effect from a text message. So always try to pick up the phone at that 90 to 120 day mark before it reships. Do that experience survey with them. You also want to maybe do that a year in and see what changes have occurred even beyond the first 3 to 4 months. So there's never really an end to this customer experience. In fact, what we're trying to do is create these raving fans that then become what? Either referrals or they become our Juice Plus team. They become our teammates that then come on and they've had such a great experience that leading them into this process of doing the same for other people is going to be a breeze. Unlike what I did, where I was not giving this good customer experience and I was duplicating myself and we all started doing bad, terrible customer care, right? So we want to make sure we set the tone from the beginning so that as you go through and add teammates to this, they know exactly what it looks like. You've been doing it for them. It feels right. It feels good. They're not scared to pick up the phone because you did it and they loved it, right? So set the tone for your future teammates by getting this customer experience down pat. Okay, the last thing that we think we should do with this customer experience is delight in our customers, right? We want to love on them. We want to show so much gratitude and appreciation that they never want to leave. There are so many things, like I said, people that go unnoticed, duties that go unnoticed. You know, they're day in and day out doing all of this life and nobody's saying a word to them about it. But what if we could just send them a message every now and then saying, thank you. Thank you for being a valued Juice Plus customer. Thank you for supporting my family for all these years. You have no idea what that means to me. So delighting, making sure you're thoughtful about how you reach out to them and doing it without there being a shipment coming up. What if just in the middle of the week you decided, oh, I'm going to text these people and just ask them how they are? That's thoughtful, and let's do that. Let's also start to think about how we could feature them. Could you feature them on events that you're having? Maybe get them involved in one of the Facebook events that you're having where they can invite some of their friends to hear what Juice Plus has done for them. Maybe feature them in a story on your customer experience page so that other people can celebrate them. You know, how can you really add value to that customer's life and make them feel seen and important? Also, could you give them free resources? We have so many free resources in this community that are super underutilized. We have free cookbooks, we have free shake books, we have free workouts, we have lots of access to things with people in this community that fall in line with what we believe, and yet we're not sending them out to people. What if you just made it your priority this week to make a list of your customers and you texted them a link to a free cookbook and said thank you? They would appreciate that because anything free, I mean, who doesn't like free? Everybody loves that, right? So then it's just adding value to what they're doing. And then last but not least, even thinking about how you can incentivize them to do different surveys, to participate in certain things. So this last Christmas, for example, Holly and Steph and I decided to do a survey, and I think Jamie and Amber, I really feel like we all kind of did this. We sent it out to our customers, and we were just wanting feedback on what their Juice Plus experience was. And we did it at Christmas time, and what we did is for every person that entered, their name went into a drawing for a NutriBullet. And so it's a small token of our appreciation for them taking the time to do it. They might not win, but they might. And we had great participation, and the feedback we received was incredible. So maybe do something like that every now and then that just kind of gets people involved in a bigger way. We asked questions like, would they be interested in learning more about the opportunity? And we got potential teammates from it. And so really just getting creative in how you can ask these customers to do something and incentivize them as well. Okay, so here's the bottom line. We want our customers to stay. It's easier to keep a customer than it is to go get new ones. I can tell you the hardest thing that I ever did in this business was go from being a stuck person with 80 orders going out the door and turning that momentum around. There were days that I did not want to stay because that was so hard, and it's hard to watch that number never move, especially when you feel like you're gaining momentum. But if you'll keep them, if you'll take care of them, and if you'll just pour into them, they're not going to want to go. They're going to want to join our team. They're going to want to be a part of this community, because the beautiful thing about what we do is we just get to love and support on people. And so the stats show, this is the last thing I'm going to touch on before I tell you a little bit about what I'd love for you to do on your debriefing. But stats show that if you can get a person to commit to 3 products or services, they're a lot less likely to leave. And so when you think about attracting people in, engaging and delighting in them, I really want you to think about getting people on 3 products. Okay, so in the banking industry, it's like 3 services. It's harder for them to go because they're really kind of in and invested in this bank. You know, they've committed to several different things. It's hard to leave, right? Well, in Juice Plus, what if we could get them really into all of these products? They're not going to want to go because they're not going to want to start another thing with another company and have to figure out what works for them. So what if you made it your goal to get everyone to say yes to 3 things? So fruit, veggie, berry, fruit, veggie, complete, omega, complete, berry. I mean, whatever it is, you know, a trio of products, and they're going to be a lot less likely to leave. And that to me is where it just gets smart. That's where we really get to enjoy the power of the residual income. And we get to just learn to love on the customers. We get to know our customers better, and we don't feel like we're spinning our wheels all the time with no traction. So I think that's it. Now, I am going to ask you 3 questions, and we will bring these back on the debriefing if you're hopping on after. We want you to think about 3 things when you're going through this customer experience. The first question, if you want to write it down, is what added value do you give your customers? What added value do you give your customers? The second thing is when you're bringing them into this journey, how do you want to make them feel? How do you want to make your customers feel as they join us in this journey? And the last thing is, what experience do you want to create for them? What experience do you want to create for them? We all have our own way of doing things. That's the beautiful thing about this business, is you get to use your gifts and talents to serve other people. You get to make this feel right for you. So this is going to look different for everybody. All 3 of these questions, you may have a completely different answer than anyone else. But if you'll think about these things and start to apply them to your business, you're going to see amazing. That's it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Nicole, I'm writing as fast as I can, and it's 8:20. So what I'd like to do before we jump off is, you must have questions out there. I mean, she gave us just so much valuable content. Who would like to unmute themselves? Who has a question? Go ahead, Kathy. Kathy's got a question. Who would like to unmute themselves?
Nicole, what was your first step to re-engaging and getting into your customers? What was the first thing that you did? I know you can't do everything at once, but what were the first steps that you did?
That's a great question. So went back to my people I had not been in touch with, and I said, I really feel like I have done you a disservice over the last several years. I have been checking in with you regularly, and I hope that you know how much I value you and how much this product is doing for you. And so I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be checking in more often, and I would love to add you to a Facebook group that will be adding recipes and different things that will help you on this health journey. So I kind of took the approach of apologizing to them. Like you said, it was hard to do all at once. And I think with people, you know, picking up the phone and catching people is difficult. So in this circumstance, I texted everyone to get the response, and I got tons of feedback. I mean, I literally had people texting me back like, oh my gosh, we love our Juice Plus. You're fine. No problem. You know, they were saying that. I had some people respond back, you know what, we are very overstocked. Is there any way that we could, you know, put it on hold for a while? And I got that response. But it just started that trust. I had to build that trust back with all of my customers.
And then what was the second thing you did? If you just go to the second piece, just the follow up on each of the pieces that they said back.
Yes. So I would just kind of take forth until it was kind of a natural end to that conversation. I would, if they were on social media and they were okay with me putting them in the group, I would put them in the group so that they knew there was that piece. And then I just started checking in regularly. So like a couple weeks later, I touched base with them like, hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're loving your Juice Plus again. For the people that said they were overstocked, you know, hope you're taking it consistently. We've got to create that habit. And that's going to be the best way to, one, get caught up on your product, and two, reap the benefits.
Super. Thanks.
Nicole, I love the difference between customer care, and I love where you came home with the experience. And I had never stopped to think that now that the company is so involved with emailing our customers, that is customer care. It's up to us to get into the experiential part of the relationship with them. And I love that you said you brought it back to that trust. And that's what we heard over and over and over again at the NMD lockdown, was this circle of trust. It's so powerful what we have with this product and this company. Anybody else have a question for Nicole?
I do.
Go ahead, Sheila. Go ahead, honey.
Okay, real quick. This Facebook page that you said you talk about that you have, I've now have 9 distributors and I'm a little overwhelmed. So is it time for me to create my own team Facebook page so I can get the message out to everybody at once, and my distributor and my customers too? Do I put all of them on one Facebook page and name my team? Or I'm a little confused with that. Is that a good question for now, or should I talk with somebody else with that?
Yeah, I don't think I would do that yet. What I would utilize is whoever your upline is. More than likely your upline NMD has a page, or they've got access to a page. Okay, so go to your upline national marketing director and ask them where you should be putting your customers and where you should be putting your distributors. And if you don't have that, then get in touch with Terry or I, and we can kind of guide you where to go. But you don't want to start your own thing too soon, because it's very overwhelming. And I'll be honest, our customer experience Facebook page goes through seasons of drought. You know, it's hard to keep people involved. It's hard to get posts going all the time. And so that's something you definitely want a team working on. You don't want it to be just you.
Okay.
Great question,
Thank you.
Sheila. Okay, guys, it's 8:25. What we're going to do is, where you're to be debriefing with your upline national marketing director. If you're with Judy Strickler, myself, or Jen Hageman, we jump off and we jump back on, because Kathy Schlund's got to go to work to get this recorded and saved. All right, thank you, Nicole. Such valuable content. Can't thank you enough. Fabulous call. Everybody say thanks to Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole. It's great.
Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Nicole. That was amazing.
Okay.